Hello and welcome to 2 Minute Watches. Today we've got a quite stunning SBGV205 from Grand Seiko. This uses their 9F quartz movement, which is a high accuracy quartz movement. It keeps to within seconds over a year, and it's no ordinary quartz movement. It's kind of thermocompensated in terms of it checks the temperature to ensure it regulates the movement itself and self-regulates so that it keeps that accuracy every year. It looks very nice inside. It's a shame they cover it up behind a solid case back. I'll try and put a picture up for it, but if they had that, I've never seen a watch with a display case back for quartz movement, but if there ever was one, it'd be this. And I was reading a bit more about the 9F movement in terms of manufacture. They have it's completely hand assembled, which is rare for a quartz movement. There are two Grand Seiko kind of watchmakers who create it, and they have to polish their pincers multiple times during a day to ensure nothing gets scratched. Well, the one thing that really gets me Grand Seiko is that obviously it's Seiko's luxury line, and therefore it kind of shows off all that they can do, and it's their showcase of perfection, effectively. You've got the famous Zaratsu polishing. It's a specific technique looking at polishing, creating that mirror finish. But around the watch, you've got a mixture of polished and brushed surfaces. So you've got that beveled edge. You've got polishing at the top, but brush on the side, which makes it reflect the light very nicely. Same thing with this bracelet. It's kind of oyster style, but with some links that are polished as well. So you've got a nice mixture there. So it gives it a bit of a sporty, a traditional sporty look, but then adds a bit of that elegance to it. What really catches me is the hands, the dolphin hands, diamond cut, really sharp, really good looking. I mean, and I guess for a dress watch adds a bit of that refinedness to it. Just look at that angle. Just look at that. Look how sharp that is. Indices, beautifully cut. Champagne sunburst dial, excellent. Really gorgeous applied GS logo there. Some people do say that with especially the quartz movements, because they don't put anything at the bottom, it looks a bit unbalanced. They used to put Seiko at the top and then Grand Seiko at the bottom in previous generations, but they kept the bottom blank. I guess you could put quartz. I don't know what else they would really put there. It does seem a bit top heavy. Other than that, this iteration has the blued hands, which really pop and contrast really well with the dial. As there are other variants such as the 37mm one. I think it's SBGX253 maybe, which is a 37mm version. It has a silver second hand, which makes it maybe a bit too plain, too monochrome in that angle. I do like a bit of colour, but to each their own. Got a signed Grand Seiko crown there as well. I guess this is one of those things where there's so many textured dials from Grand Seiko at the moment. Getting a quartz will stand the test of time. Colour scheme, again, that is timeless. If you get most vintage watches, you get, like, for example, a vintage Omega, it'll come back with a similar champagne dial as well. So you've got a style, I think, that will really kind of last through the age. A bit more about the bracelet. So this has a clasp, very solid quality. Seiko bracelets don't have the best reputation for build quality, but the main thing that really sticks out is the finishing of the case itself, the dial, the hands, the indices, just everything is exquisite. And I think that then goes on to the bracelet itself. Very nicely finished, looks very premium. Solid clasp there as well, nicely with the GS logo on there. Very nice play on there, and then the case back with the Grand Seiko lion. Very 6.25 inch wrist. You can see it wears well. You could say it's slightly large. Look on the side, it does hang ever so slightly. And I'm a bit conflicted because the 37mm is just a tiny bit too small. It's fine, completely fine, a tiny bit too small. This is also fine on a 6.25 inch wrist, but maybe a tad too big. I think if I had 38 or 39, it would have been absolutely perfect. I don't think they do one in that size, which is a shame. That's where the very expensive Aquaterra Shades 38 comes in. Yeah, so I'm undecided. Maybe this 40mm case size is the one. I guess it really depends on how you wear it. Do you want it a bit more dressy, a bit more formal environment where the 37 would work? Just look at that. Look at that contrast through the mirror. There we go, reflection, really nice. Back to topic. Yeah, so 37 a bit more dressy, 40 a bit more sporty. So it really depends what you go for. Most people will have bigger wrists than me though. So I think this will work completely fine for that kind of all-round sporty look. Cool. Okay. Well, catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.